Welcome to the Kindness Project, the podcast designed to share stories of kindness and share how kindness can make positive change in our world, one small act at a time. This time on the Kindness Project, staying connected, Rastafarian Whales, and we talk about our plans for 2019 kindness. Welcome to the Kindness Project. I am joined by a girl who's alright as long as she's near a little bit of Wi-Fi. It's Charlotte Dames.
I'm joined by a man who enjoys cleaning his room so much, he'll do it for hours. It's Chris Dames.
How you doing?
Not bad, not bad.
Good. You do love a bit of Wi-Fi. What's the longest you've been not being connected to Wi-Fi, do you reckon?
I don't know, I kind of phase out when I don't have Wi-Fi.
The world is meaningless without Wi-Fi for a teenager.
I think the longest I've ever been without Wi-Fi is school.
School, really? If you know what we do one day, we will go climbing up a mountain and see how you get on for like 2 days.
I can do all that. 4G.
4G up a mountain, you're all right. So it doesn't need to be Wi-Fi specifically. You're all right with 4G.
I have a connection to the internet.
Yeah, there is world beyond the internet, though, Charlotte. Yeah. So, how's your week been?
Pretty good. Is this the only topic of conversation we can express?
No, we can talk about anything you want. Do you want to talk about life? Fish. Well, specifically fish. Did you have any fish in mind?
Tuna.
Well, what do you know about tuna? Oh, you know what? I found out a really interesting fact. So one of our interviews coming up on the Kindness Project this year is with a lady called Lauren Janus. And she really struggled. You know, we do the question of the podcast, which we'll do in a minute. Yeah. She really struggled with what's your favourite piece of trivia. So I said, look, don't worry, everybody struggles with that one, because working out what your best piece of trivia is actually quite hard. And putting somebody on the spot when they don't know that question's going to be coming up is a really difficult thing to do. So we left that one and we went on to Muppets, and she was wrong on that one, by the way. She said beaker. It's clearly animal. Let's not go there. It's not fuzzy. It's definitely animal. But we were in a position where 2 hours later I get an email from Lauren saying, I've thought of my best bit of trivia, right? And apparently whales in the Caribbean have a Caribbean accent. Now, I'm in my head, I know that obviously, clearly, Wales have got their own sort of way of speaking, and it wouldn't be linked to the Caribbean human accent. But in my head, all I could think is, "Yeah, man." Do you know? That's all I could like in my head.
Whale song is just reggae.
Is there a whale version of Bob Marley? Who is the whale Bob Marley? I'm jamming. I don't know.
Bob.
Do you reckon whales have regional accents throughout the world? Would there be like I don't know.
I'm now trying to come up with a clever pun about the C for Bob Marley's surname. It doesn't work.
Okay, should we leave that one then? Yeah. Instead, should we tell everybody where they can find us?
Yeah.
On the internet that you need Wi-Fi for.
The
interweb.
Who's going to start? Me? You?
You start.
Okay, so you go on.
You know when I go a bit silent, that's when you jump in.
I figured as much. I didn't want to ruin your flow. I didn't want to mess with your mojo, mate.
Yeah. No, I mean, now I'm talking about Caribbean whales. The world has truly gone mad.
Yeah. A funny thing that is. Where are we starting? Where are we going to start? Twitter. It's a magical thing called Twitter. It's good. You go on Twitter and you put @Kindness Project.
I don't think people need to.
@Holla Kindness. It's one of the two.
@Holla Kindness. You know what? If I do it, I know the age is going to be in there, so it's @Holla Kindness.
That makes me very sad.
What? Because I put the age in.
Yeah.
Go on then, do it your way.
@Holla Kindness.
Oh, see that's a little pet peeve of mine. You not putting the H in front of holla.
Well, apologies.
And Facebook.
go into the magical Facebook.
I don't think you need to tell people how to get onto Facebook.
Well, you go into Google.
Yeah.
You type Facebook.
How'd you spell that?
Face.
You know when you're doing the sign language, I don't think our listeners can.
No. I was helping you.
Oh, cheers. No,
Face.
yeah, I sort of know how to get into Facebook, but cheers, mate.
And you go into the magical search bar thing.
There's a magical search bar.
Search bars are all magical.
Oh, right, okay.
They're amazing. You shouldn't doubt a search bar.
Okay.
And you go in, you put the Kindness Project or Ola Kindness. It's one of the two.
Yeah, you can find it at www.facebook.com/holakindness, and people can email us as well, can't they?
Or at the Kindness Project.co.uk.
Ola, O-L-A.
No, H-O-L-A.
All right.
O-L-A is a name.
All right, it is Ola. Ola at the Kindness. We've just employed somebody called Ola who now checks our emails, apparently. Hello, Ola. Hola, Ola. And hola, Ola. Hello, Ola. We should employ Barry. That's what we should do.
And Beryl.
Can we please set up an email, Russell, the editor, if you're listening, just Barry and Beryl at the Kindness Project.co.uk.
The Barry one.
Yeah.
And I'll check the Beryl one.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll be sorted.
Sorted. Yeah, Barry and Beryl at the Kindness Project.co.uk.
They're completely different people. No, it's us.
What? Who's Barry and who's Beryl?
I'm Barry, you're Beryl.
Lovely, that's the way it should be. So, the question of the podcast this week, and I was talking a little bit earlier about pet peeves, and my pet peeve is you fail to pronounce a H, is, listeners, what's your pet peeve? What tiny little thing really annoys you, but most people go, I don't know why you're getting so angry about that. So please do let us know what your pet peeve is. And on that note, should we have some kindness news?
Yeah.
So, should we have better kindness news? And can we just say, listeners, we're recording this on a Saturday morning at about
7 to 8, exactly.
7 minutes to 8, but it feels earlier. So, apologies for my very gravelly voice.
And my shambolic nonsense.
No, that's standard. that happens on every podcast episode.
The shambolic nonsense.
Of a tired girl.
The extra shambolic nonsense that you don't need to hear, that is the thoughts I have when I wake up in the morning.
Okay, fair enough. Should we talk about kindness news?
Yes, that is my job. Shame.
You know what? You haven't done your Churchill impression yet on this episode.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, she has. There it is.
Okay, where do I start? Where do I start?
Start with the title.
Homeless edition.
Oh, yeah, we didn't. This is more shambolic nonsense than normal because we even forgot to do the addition and the song. So I'll do the song and you do the addition. Kindness news.
Homeless edition.
Okay, off you go.
Homeless edition.
There's a bit of an echo. There's a bit of an echo. You know what we're waiting for Russ to do, and he promised he'd do? He was going to do a mix of the Kindness News theme tune.
Maybe we'll have to record it for him and send it to him to give him a nudge.
Maybe we need to give him a nudge. So, Russ, if you are listening, and I know you are because you edit all the episodes, where is our Kindness News? Where's our jingle? We want a proper jingle being built. So, let us know how you're getting on with that, mate.
Okay. Homeless man's message to the amazing people of Plymouth.
Plymouth. And is this Plymouth in America or is this Plymouth in the UK?
I didn't think about that.
All right.
I completely forgot there was an American Plymouth.
Well, let's assume it's English Plymouth and then something in the story might tell us different.
Oh, no, it's English Plymouth.
Okay, go on then.
I can tell because the whole story uses pound signs.
Done. We know. UK Plymouth.
A homeless man says he is overwhelmed after well-wishers donated more than £1,500 to get him off the streets. Shane Preston, known as Cornish, has been sleeping rough for 2 years, but is looking forward to having a flat of his own thanks to the generosity of passers-by. Laura Butson was so moved by the 40-year-old man's story that she set up a page on GoFundMe. Okay.
Yeah.
I read that as GoFundMe.
Goth. There's a web page for goths to raise money. It's called Goth and Me.
No, but I read it with the GOF together. the UND.
Goth under me. But no, GoFundMe is a really popular page, and it's something we haven't talked about on the Kindness Project before. One topic that we will talk about in a future episode is how to raise money using crowdfunding online, because it is increasing in popularity now. If you've got a cause you believe in and you want to raise a bit of cash, you can do that using websites like either GoFundMe or Goth and Me. Would you like to carry on?
Pronouncing it wrong, it's Goth.
It's holla at gofundme.co.uk. Right, gotta go.
The campaign was only £100 from its £750 target when Plymouth Live featured Shane's story on Sunday. But now well-wishers have sent donations soaring to £1,645 in less than 24 hours.
Love it.
Laura, a 34-year-old mum of two from Tavistock, has already found a landlord with a bedsit ready for Shane. You know what, I should really zoom this in. I can't really read it from this far away. She will use the money for a deposit and rent in advance and to buy Shane food.
Yeah.
Laura, who wants people to keep donating, said the remainder will go to a homelessness charity. Shane, born in Plymouth but raised in the Caddington area, will not be handed the cash. He was still begging in his usual spot near the money centre this afternoon. Shane said, I think it is amazing, people's kindness. It is overwhelming what people have done to support me and help me get out of this situation. I just want to say thank you for all those people who have helped. 3 or 4 people stopped to give Shane change in the 20 minutes Plymouth Live was with him, and one handed up Battenberg cake still in its packing. Shane said, I've been on the streets for 2 years, but could not see the light at the end of the tunnel until Laura came along.
Yeah.
I know some people have been sleeping rough for 5 years. He added that he had asked the city council for help, but added that he was not a priority because he was a single man without any mental health or substance abuse problems. Shane, who worked as a stonemason, said that he had lost his local connection in the eyes of the authority because he had been living in Hampshire. Redundancy and a messy breakup saw his life spiralling out of control, and he started using heroin and cocaine. Shane, who spoke to the Plymouth Live last year, spent 3 years in jail from 2012 for arson, having fallen asleep with a candle burning in a hotel. He has a conviction for theft in 2016, but says that was down to drug abuse. Shane added that he has been clean for a year, having kicked heroin and cocaine himself. He said, I want to get back to work. Sitting down here doing this soul-destroying, but I want to make the best of a bad situation. What can you do? I have done my time. All of us have made mistakes in the past. I'm trying to be a better person. Shane added that he had 3 referrals to homeless shelters, but nothing had come of them. He said, I know there is no quick fix, but I've waited so long. Another few weeks is not going to kill me. Makeup artist Laura said she was in tears when she and her mother, Joy, started talking to Shane in the doorway behind Charles Cross Police Station 3 weeks ago. They gave him some food that they found that they could not walk away. Laura set up the appeal, which is today had reached 1,645. She added, it's wonderful. We would welcome any more donations. We're trying to help other people on the streets so that they have great 2019.
You know what, Charlotte? That story is makes me think about the fact that behind every person you see sitting on the street is their own life story. I mean, I'm 41, that guy's 40, and how many steps would it take for somebody to go to that, to be sitting on that street? All you need is, I don't think so. I think it's only a couple of bad decisions, and then suddenly you find yourself in that situation. I suppose the challenge you've got is we try and help out people when we see that they're homeless. Homelessness is one thing that frustrates me when I'm walking around London a lot, but I don't know whether we do homeless people justice just by giving them a sandwich or giving them money, because actually it's not it's not dealing with the underlying problem, is it?
No.
So I definitely haven't got the answer to what you do, but certainly what Laura did there is absolutely admirable, because she's given that fella a really good
opportunity.
It's a new start, isn't it? Give you a bed, give you somewhere to live, raise some money that we can give you to buy the stuff you need, be there for the emotional support, which I think is as important, and just hopefully kickstart his life, and he'll get a job and he'll go back to it. It's all good. What you got next?
I've got 2 more short stories. I'm going to start with this one.
Okay.
Man is giving free haircuts to the homeless.
Oh, you know what? I love this story.
It's only a short one.
Go on then.
Ever since
What, haircut? What haircut? If I was homeless and somebody said, I'm going to give you a free haircut, why are you looking at my head right now? Are you saying that I can only... well, I do, because the hair grows around the bald bit at the minute.
Yeah, but not in the bald bit, and not for long.
How dare you? How dare you?
I'm just stating.
So, but I would go, can I have quite an elaborate haircut? But I'm assuming that...
You need a shave. I think that'd be as far as you'd need.
Cheers, mate. Tell us about your story.
Oh, I was expecting you to talk long. Sorry. Ever since launching the Do Something for Nothing initiative in 2015, British hairdresser Josh Combs.
Combs? If it's Josh Combs, that is...
It's spelled Combes.
I think it's Combs, but I'm going to say Josh Combs, because it just suits, yeah.
Has been helping homeless people regain the sense of identity by giving them free haircuts.
Yeah, go on.
He's also collaborated with veterinarian Jade Stat, who runs a service named Street Vet, to provide the canine companions of the homeless people that he meets with support as well.
Love it.
I didn't want it to just be about me and cutting hair, so I came up with the hashtag, and I always wanted other people to get involved. Combs, whatever you want to call it.
Combs, is that the name of his shop?
No.
Oh.
But that would be such a cool name. Combs wanted to break the taboo surrounding homeless people, demonstrating the ease with which anyone can interact with people who are sleeping rough and show them kindness.
Love it. Love that story. Well done, Mr. Combs. I love it.
I have one more.
Tell me.
Young girl spends birthday money feeding homeless people.
Okay.
When 9-year-old Molly McGinley spotted charity workers helping the homeless in 2017, she felt... I need to slow down. She felt inspired to do what she could.
She spelt inspired.
Did I actually say that? She felt inspired to do what she could to provide support for those sleeping rough on the streets of Manchester.
Okay.
After receiving some money for her birthday, Molly decided to spend the money on food for the homeless, rather than on treats for herself. One of the people in need that Molly and her mother came across while feeding the homeless on the little girl's birthday was 23-year-old Margaret Smith. I was walking down the street and I saw these people giving loads of food to homeless people. So I asked my mum if I could do it, and she said yes. So we got some hot drinks and some soup and some food and gave it to Margaret.
Love it. Absolutely love it. And Manchester has got a challenge with, is it the same as London, same as any big city? And I suppose somebody... a young child looking at that, and Sophie does it, doesn't she? So she always tries to help people in need out. So it's a lovely thing to do. Thank you for those inspiring articles of Kindness News.
You're welcome.
So, Charlotte, it's 2019. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. 18 days off. 19.
As we record this, we're 19 days into 2019, and I have not yet stopped saying Happy New Year. I'm saying Happy New Year to everybody, and then finishing it off by going, I don't know whether I should be still saying Happy New Year, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Stop saying Happy New Year on, like, the second.
But I'm still talking to people I haven't spoken to this year. So if I speak to someone in Feb... and I still haven't seen them in January, am I allowed to go Happy New Year or not?
No.
No?
No.
What's the Happy New Year limit threshold?
10.
10 days? That's not enough time.
Yeah, it is. You can send a mass tweet.
Just a mass Happy New Year tweet.
I sent one on midnight on Instagram. I sent a mass message to everyone I knew saying Happy New Year.
How about the people I know that aren't on Instagram?
You can text them or email them.
I'd rather speak to people sometimes and go...
Yes, but you don't always get the opportunity to
You don't. And that's why my Happy New Year threshold's going to be the 12th of July. So it is a new year.
Well...
And what I'd like for us to do is work out what we're going to do that's good and kind this year. So our own personal kindness plan, so to speak. So this is what I've got in the diary already. And then let's talk about what we're going to do together. Because I think last year we did loads of... we talked about it a lot. I think 2019 is the year we just take a bit of action on it. So what are your thoughts? What should we do?
Well, I think we could do that thing we did with the sandwiches again. Because...
yeah, agreed.
We haven't done that since then.
Okay, so we're going to go... Number one on the list is we're going to go to London with a big basket or bag full of sandwiches and try and give out about 30 sort of packs to the homeless. Sounds good to me. And we've got to get Mum involved in that because she is the ultimate expert
on discounts.
On buying a lunch with a budget. I think every lunch we gave out had a sandwich, a cookie, a drink, and it cost about 20p or something. No, I think it was about 80p. So it wasn't expensive to do, was it?
No.
And it was a really thoughtful day. So we'll definitely do that. I'm doing a skydive this year for a charity called In Sue's Name, which raises money for research into a rather rare disease that I'm going to be talking about later on in the Kindness Project. We're going to be hopefully interviewing David Taylor, who runs that charity, so that'd be good. And then, do you remember a couple of years ago I did that walk across the Yorkshire Pennines for guide dogs?
Yeah, the one where you kept eating jelly babies.
Well, I had so many jelly babies, I made myself ill, and I don't think it was only because I walked 100 kilometres. Somebody said to me the other day, would you be prepared to do another 100 kilometre walk? And I said, never in a million years. And they said, but this one's flat because it's across down the coast. So I might do it. So I might be doing that. So what do you think we should include as part of our kindness for this year?
We need to generate some more ideas. Maybe we can start with a mind map.
You want to do a kindness mind map?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
I like a mood board. I like a good mood board.
What does a mood board look like?
Oh my god, it's like, have you ever seen those, like, physical, have you ever seen a physical mood board? It's like a giant board.
Yeah.
With loads of pictures and colours and textures stuck on it.
Okay.
And I quite like the idea of making them.
Okay. So what your mission at the start of 2019 is to do a kindness project, Charlotte and Chris, mind map on all the kind stuff we're going to do in 2019, because I think that'd be really good. And I'm being tapped on the head right now by a 7-year-old. Would you like to come and say hello to our listeners? Come and say hello there. Don't just tap me on the head. Why are you tapping me on the head?
I like you.
I like to tap you on the head, Daddy. Come and say hello to our listeners.
Hello.
So we're just having a conversation, Charlotte and I, about the kind stuff, the good stuff we could do in 2019. What do you think we should do in 2019 that's kind? Do you know? Oh, I'll tell you what else I want to do. And while Sophie's thinking about kind... You know what we should do? We should give Sophie the mind map and let her pick everything we should do in 2019. Yeah. But... Here's another thing I definitely want to do. There's a charity called Lola's Homeless. So they're based in Stratford in East homeless people get off the streets and find hostels and find homes in East London, and they're always looking for donations, they're always looking for volunteers. I'm on the Facebook group, so I will be looking at getting involved with, I think you and I should just volunteer some time next time that comes up. And Sophie's come back, she's got some ideas for what we should do that's particularly good in 2019. Take it away. This better be good, by the way, because you look really excited about what you're going to tell us. Tell us.
No.
You've gone quiet again. Have you got any ideas or not?
I don't want to say.
She doesn't want to say.
I've got an idea.
Go on then.
So you know we were talking about doing merch and that. How about instead of... Listen to me here. Listen.
Go on.
We give some of the money away to charities.
Look, let's give it all away.
Okay, let's do that.
Let's give it all away. So if you buy some Kindness Project merch that we haven't done yet, but we will be over the course of 2019.
I got an idea of some merch.
Go on then.
Like a big Lego wall that has your logo on it.
A Lego wall with the Kindness Project logo on it.
I was thinking more tame, like t-shirts.
You know what? If Donald Trump said, I'm going to build a wall that had the Kindness Project logo on it, I might be a bit more happy about him talking about the wall all the time.
I'd be offended. Kindness Project to do something that's evil.
True. Yeah, all right. Maybe that's not a good idea. So what merch are you going to do for the Kindness Project?
I was thinking like a nice plain t-shirt with a logo on it. Maybe maybe some more catchphrases. Maybe a mug.
A mug.
With the logo on it, and I'm thinking about putting like
"Tis the end." Yeah.
Right at the bottom.
Yeah.
If I can manage.
So very soon, Kindness Project listeners, we are going to have our own little merch shop, and we're going to be in a situation where anything that's bought through the Kindness Project merch shop will build up a little pot of money and just donate it to charity at the end of the year.
Or put it into making more merch so we can give more money to charity by selling more merch.
Well, you're such a capitalist, you are. Why can't we just give the money away?
Because we need the money to make more merch, and then if we make more merch, then we can sell it, and then we can give the money to charity. We just need... It's about thinking.
All right. Who's the business owner and who's the student? I don't know. Maybe I've got this wrong.
This is the effect of taking business.
Okay, fair enough. So we are going to be opening our little merch shop. So
non-profit.
Not for profit.
I have another idea.
Go on then. Is it Lego related?
We could have like a tin.
A tin,
With
right?
lots of hearts in it, and it says Kindness Project on the front.
Is this another merch idea? So a tin of hearts.
With
Like heart sweets.
Heart sweets and chocolate hearts. Yeah, that sounds good.
Oh, what about a little flip book with little kindness quotes in it?
Oh, amazing. I love this idea. So we are going to be building our little merch shop and trying to raise a bit of money through merch. I think we've just gone down a bit of a merch tunnel and we are talking about merch quite a lot. So we need some alternative ideas apart from just selling stuff that our listeners can buy that will donate to charity.
Give the proceeds to charities.
What else could we do? So what could you do specifically, Charlotte? What are you going to do that's kind this year?
Well, I actually put myself forward to help some of the kids in some of the other classes with revision.
Okay.
On Fridays.
Okay.
Because what they've done is they've rearranged the classes.
I got one more merch idea.
Are you still on the merch?
About Lego.
Oh, go on, Lego merch. Go on, tell us about your Lego merch.
I made this
Lego frog.
cube.
I've never seen a brown frog before, to be honest.
It's not a frog, it's a lizard.
Oh, it's a lizard. It's a lizard. So what have Lego lizards?
We put like one of the ramps on there.
Okay.
And then it says Kindness Project.
Oh, love it. Well done. High five. Right, sounds good. So, any more merch before we go? Any more merch?
No, but I'm going to start.
You know what's weird? This started off. This story of kindness started off as just a general conversation about how we might be able to be a bit more kind, and turned into a bit of a merch fest.
Yeah, we're what's the word where you promote your own thing?
It turned into one of those JMO adverts you see on telly that sell self-service, but we will.
I love this product. It's done
Hi,
wonders.
this kindness project merch enhanced my life by tenfold. Okay, so shall we will come back once we've worked out a definitive plan.
Yes.
On what we're going to do in 2019 and share it with you. And we will be back very soon talking about merch once we've got some merch sorted out.
Once I've actually set that up.
You're on that though,
I'm on
Charlotte.
that.
You're on the merch train, yeah?
On the merch.
Oh! Sophie's coming back with some more merch ideas.
A tin, like
Why is everything in a tin? It's like a tin of merch.
no, like some.
We're not having slime. We are not having slime merch. I'm not having Kindness Project slime or Kindness Project whatever that is. Clay. We're not doing that. And on that shambolic note, let's get on with the end of the show.
Tis the end!
Well, you've been dying to say that, haven't you, by the sounds of it?
Yeah.
That was really loud as well.
We've been doing a full recording, and I just gained my energy.
Yeah, I like the idea of these full recordings because it takes us a bit of a while to get warmed up, especially if we start at silly o'clock in the morning. However, it flows a bit better, doesn't it? Because we know.
We actually know what's going on.
We know what's going on instead of like sort of recording in segments, so I like that. However,
we can make puns and link back to things we've said in the previous segments. I'm still not fully awake.
I can tell. That was a good sneeze, Soph. Well done. So tis the end.
Tis the end.
But it's not actually the end because we've always got.
The end is never the end. It is only the beginning.
Last week's question of the podcast this week.
Yeah.
And last week's question of the podcast, as it was our first proper episode in 2019, was what goals, aspirations, hopes, dreams, and resolutions are you setting yourself in 2019? And we had a decent number of answers. Would you like to? We had a bucket load. Firstly, Martin Bamford, at Martin Bamford on Twitter, said he's got 5. He said, consistent daily habits, eat right, exercise hard and sleep well. I'm getting one of them right. I'm exercising quite hard, but I'm not sleeping well or eating right. Keep organised, play and think big, and create more and consume less. Now, I really like that one because I think we should all create more and consume less.
Yes.
But please carry on listening, consuming the Kindness Project listeners. Charlie Goodman said, find a job I love. Heidi Ball said, I want to set aside time for myself to just, I don't even know what, someone think up a hobby for me. So this is a mission that we've got to help Heidi find something she loves. Hashtag find a hobby for Heidi.
Heidi's hobbies.
Hashtag Heidi's hobbies.
Maybe you could do that thing like, what was it? There was a campaign and they did one hobby a day and they learned a new thing every day.
I like it. Yeah. But we need some tips. So, listeners, can we find hashtag Heidi's hobby. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Roberta White said to have a totally stress-free 2019. Unlikely, but good aspiration.
Come around every once in a while, so...
Serena Duffy said she wants to pass her driving test, which is quite a good aspiration. I like that one. Neela Mystery said, plan, take action, and show up. That's what she's going to do. Chris Budd, friend of the show. We haven't been doing friend of the show, have we?
Oh. Sorry, all our
we're
friends
still
of the
warming up.
show.
Assume you're a friend of the show if we've mentioned you and you are a friend of the show. Said not to enter 2020 without any resolutions because I'll already be doing the things I want to be doing. So that's quite a high aspiration. I'm not a big fan of resolutions. I just think having...
They don't really work.
No, because they start on 1st of Jan and then you've forgotten about them by mid-Jan. But aspirations, goals, that sort of stuff. Russell Dames, our esteemed editor, wants to grow the podcast.
Aw, thank you.
He wants to grow our little podcast into a big tree.
It's like Yggdrasil, like the world tree.
Like Idris Elba. I want to grow my podcast into Idris Elba, that famous actor. Dear Idris Elba, we aspire our podcast to be more like you. Hashtag we want to be like Idris Elba.
I was talking about Norse mythology and you started talking about Idris Elba.
What? Who was you talking about then?
Yggdrasil, like the world tree.
I don't. Right, tell me about the world tree then.
It's like this theory that there are like 9 worlds all connected to this one giant tree.
Okay.
And you can climb the tree or climb down the tree to get to different worlds, and we're like dead in the middle on my god, I think.
Okay.
And it's just like we want to become the centre of the world.
Okay. I want to be more like Idris Elba. Nadine Stevenson commented to continue to be awesome. So she just wants to carry on being awesome, which is good. Roberta White says, what is your goal for this year, Chris and Charlotte? Still working it out, to be honest, Robbie. I'll let you know when I know.
I replied to that one, actually.
Yeah. John Cook, friend of the show, said to worry less about things that don't matter and care more for things that do. Good one. Then Justin Gaffney said, I have 2. The first, evidenced by those who follow me on Facebook and LinkedIn, is to have a daily CEO log in honour of Star Trek's Captain log. Good sci-fi reference there. The second is to lead my team to turn around the fortunes of our small health and social enterprise. Good. And I know Justin does some amazing work in the community as well, so well done, mate. Lauren Ball said to become more self-confident and complete my apprenticeship. Good one. Bev Stoves said 2019 kilometres in 2019, either walking, running or biking. That is a lot of kilometres. That is, I don't know, probably 3 and a bit times up and down the UK. So a really high aspiration. At Planner Girl wants to pass one of her advanced professional exams by 2019. At DJG Financial said they want to complete their diploma in Jan. Now, one thing, look at the order of these aspirations, right? Complete my diploma in Jan is number 1. Achieve competent advisor status is number 2. Sign up and get my first client as an advisor. So they're 1, 2 and 3. This guy's clearly a trainee financial advisor, starting his career and wants to get a bit better as a financial advisor. Good stuff. Mm-hmm. Number 4, I get married in June. Get your priorities right, mate. You get married. I get that you want to...
Starting my career, that's way more important. You know what, I'm getting married.
I get you're an aspiring professional, but come on. Like, your missus might listen to the podcast and go, number 1, achieve my diploma. Number 2, achieve CARES. Number 3, sign up my first client as an advisor. And I'm getting married. Laura James said, morning routine, meditate, read, move and journal. Now, specifically, I like the idea of journaling. I need to write about the life experiences I go through a bit more often, and I don't do that, and that might be a habit that I magpie from Laura.
I do.
Tim Morris has got a simple aspiration to be better than he was last year. So, Pete...
You don't have to be better than you were, you're already fantabulous.
You've not met Tim, have you? No, he is a good bloke, actually. He's a very decent fella. So that is our listeners and Twitter and Facebook connections, aspirations for 2019. On that note, 'tis truly the end, and we'll see you next time.